Hey there everyone, Garrett here from the Kingdom Report, and I am back at Flower and Garden again here at EPCOT, and it's going to be a fabulous day. The weather is great. It is beautiful out here. Well, would you look at that? Who is that handsome devil? Oh my goodness.
Are you the Kingdom Report's Garrett Hassel?
I am indeed.
My God, I can't believe it. I've never seen you in real life.
No.
How do you get your hair like that?
It takes about an hour to do.
Whoa.
It's a lot of pomade and a little bit of luck and a little bit of pixie dust in the art of Disney's format.
Apparently. Well, hey everybody, it's Wade from the Kingdom Report out here in Florida with this guy.
Yep.
And I figured as long as you're here at EPCOT, as long as I'm here at EPCOT, we should probably try some things out during this International Flower and Garden Festival, or Taste of EPCOT.
Yes.
Flower and Garden Festival, as they're calling it this year. I figured the best way to do that, probably, if we each take a gift card.
A gift card.
Loaded with $50.
Oh yeah.
Take these gift cards, run through World Showcase.
Running.
Maybe a nice speed walk.
Okay.
Being safe along the way. We go through World Showcase. How about you being Mr. East Coast?
All right.
You take everything on the east side of EPCOT.
All right.
I'll take everything on the west side of EPCOT.
All right.
And we will pick what we want in between.
Yeah.
As much as we can to the limit of $50. What do you think?
That sounds like a fabulous idea. And for those that don't know, the east side is pretty much from Test Track all the way to America, going through Mexico, China, and Germany. And the west side is going from pretty much like the west side over by Soren, and then heading towards Canada, France, and England. So that sounds like a good plan. Which one do I get? I get the bee. I get Spike the Bee. I'm pumped. And
That's
you're gonna.
yours.
And which one are you taking, Wade?
The one and only Figment. Thank you very much.
The mascot of EPCOT, no doubt.
Naturally.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Let's get some food on. I haven't eaten in 20 minutes, so I'm starving. Let's go get to it. My first dish was at Trowel and Trellis, and this booth is completely vegan, so no animal products. I got the Korean short rib, and it tasted like meat, which is phenomenal, being that it came all from plants and spices, and every bite had a kick to it. It had some spicy mayo in there, and overall I would get it again. This dish set me back $6.75, so now I'm still at $43.25 for my eastern half of the world. Let's go keep eating. So in the China Pavilion, I got the Papa Cakes, which is potatoes, shrimp, water chestnuts, and strawberries. So quite a unique combination there. I would not get this one again just because you taste shrimp and it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich all rolled up into one. So it's a weird bunch of flavors. So that's a no-go for me. But I also got the Panda Bubble Tea, which is just like any kind of boba drink, which is very nice. However, the boba balls in the bottom there are not the highest quality. So it kind of tastes like you're chewing on like kind of chewy rubber that's edible. So I would get the drink again, except the boba balls, they're just not hit and miss. The bubble tea was $7.50. The Papa Cakes was $7.95. Set me back $15.45. I'm left with $27.80. Deutschland, known as the German Pavilion, I got the potato pancakes with applesauce, and from the view of it, it is quite bland to look at, and after eating it, I think it's an overall bland taste. The applesauce is very refreshing where it's light and fruity, but overall, not a very impressive dish. It's not impressive to look at and not that impressive to eat, so I'm not gonna get this one again. Spent $4.50 on it, and now I'm left with $23.30. Let's keep it going. Buonasera from Italy. I got the arancini, and it's a big bust. Its cost is $12, and so I'm left with $11.30, and the taste is bland. There's no wow factor. Every bite made me want to eat less rather than eating more. It didn't have the usual wow that Italian dishes have, and I don't know, the sauce was really cold, and again, not an amazing sauce, so won't be getting this one again, and I hope you don't either. But yeah, I can only get through that, and yeah, it's not that great. Yeah, no, it's a birds. Alright, my last stop in America got me the Cajun roasted oyster, and while the price for it is $7.50 and you get a good amount of food for that, the flavor leaves you wanting more. When I first took a bite, I ingested a mouthful of Cajun butter and garlic, and it made me cough a little bit, and it didn't have that wow factor, so it's a very disappointing end. With that being $7.50, my final remainder is $3.80, so I wish Wade luck in his endearments.
So for me, I started out here in Japan. I got the marinated pork shank. Hanami is the place that I got it from. Very mild, a perfect marinade that went with the pork shank, and the mashed potatoes were a nice touch. The portion size for $7, fantastic. There's even some left over, and this is just me starting out. Usually portion size, I struggle with at these festivals. Sometimes it's far too little, sometimes it's a little too much. This seems to be just right for $7. We're out here in the Taste of Marrakesh, which is right next to Morocco. This is one of those spaces that has an absolutely killer food setup. Every single time I come to a festival at EPCOT, this Taste of Marrakesh booth is a place you need to come. $5.50 for the shakshuka stew. Chickpeas, cinnamon spice, a bit of a flavorful and an almost too spicy note of sauce mixed in with a delightful cracked egg on top and the pita bread that came along with it. It was a deep stew. It was a bit of a pot almost that I got for $5.50 again. Perfect when it comes to how big of a portion size you want for this type of an event. Perfect in placement. I'm 2 for 2. Outstanding food so far on the west side. My stop here between Morocco and France brings me to L'Isla Fresca. L'Isla Fresca has this delightful little treat called the tropical mousse. This is like taking a bite out of the tropics, pineapple on top, light vanilla cake mixed in with some vanilla cream in the middle, coconut all over the top of that. Outstanding. If you're looking for a light dessert, this is a place to come. Set me back $4.50, and now I'm sitting at $33 for the rest of my West World tour. Great flavors in France. The gnocchi and duck confit, perfectly balanced. The fat that usually is found on duck, not found here, and I like that. Better, dare I say, than the Shank that I got over in Japan. Far prefer the duck confit here in France. And it only sent me back under $7, so it was in the $6.50 category. Absolutely worth it, something you should try here in France. out here in Canada, there's a place called Northern Bloom. Canada in the last couple years has been the hit location for all things food festival related. This time around, I had myself some beef tenderloin tips. Canada known for its steak at Le Cellier. This is a fantastic choice, one that I would say now beats the duck in France and the shank in Japan. Would highly suggest you go with it. Not only is it perfectly tender, especially given the fact that this is pumped out in a food festival atmosphere, very hard to do. On top of that, it comes with the right amount of mashed potatoes and just about the best size of a portion you could want, all for $6.75. Totally worth it, and I would suggest you check it out in Canada. So now we're inside the festival showplace. This is the location where you can go indoors, and they basically have a ton of options for you to choose from. This has been open in several of the past food festivals, and you can always go in and see some interchangeable options. The first one that I went to was called Festival Favorites, and the Festival Favorites Gardens allowed me to select from a variety of options. I went with the Key Lime Tart. That was $4.75. And that was something that actually made me smile a little bit upon eating it. Not only was it refreshing, uplifting, very light, a perfect dessert treat for you to choose if you are looking for a bit of a sweet tooth option inside the World Showplace. Still here in the World Showplace where lots of options you can find. I ended up going over to the Cider House where they had a handful of different unique items, one of which was the potato biscuit with salmon tartare. This is something that I have to say very much a dud in my book. Everything I've had so far has been pretty darn good. This, not only was the biscuit cold, which startled me, I didn't anticipate a cold biscuit, the tartare itself felt processed, it was ice cold, perhaps it was frozen at some point, I don't know. Nothing tasted fresh about this. Do not get this biscuit salmon tartare, and I love myself some salmon. This sent me back $5.50, and then I also went ahead and grabbed, to tack onto the total, a bottle of water. Keep in mind, a bottle of water at the festival will set you back $3.50. That's why I have not purchased very many over the course of time, just because it takes a good chunk out of the money that you would rather spend on the good food. So, helpful tip, bring yourself some water, bring yourself a beverage, rather than spend the money on it, but this was part of the 50 bucks. ever-changing color. I'm beautiful in so many colorful ways, that's for sure. My next and final stop along this food festival journey was the spring onion soup. Cost me $4.75. This was from the Fresh Harvest at the World Showplace Pavilion. You see here, this bowl is very large to the point that I couldn't even finish it. It was that good. This bowl is something that was packed full of a very thick onion soup, very cream-based onion soup, in which I thought was fantastic. One of the exceptional soups along the journey. If you are looking for some soup, might I suggest getting this from the Fresh Harvest desk here at the World Showplace Pavilion. And on top of that, that brought me down my total $50 price range all the way down to the final $1.25. I have $1.25 remaining on this little beauty right here. That about wraps things up for us. We had a great time, and in case you hadn't realized it, yeah, I won the challenge. I got closest to the $50 amount without going over at $1.25 remaining. Gared, unfortunately, still sitting at $3.80. So better luck next time, buddy. Hopefully soon you can rise to the challenge and beat me. Hey, if you are somebody that's looking forward to some flower and garden goodness, we invite you to go experience it yourself. So many other food booths we didn't even get to in this challenge. That's how many there are. And EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival 2021 rolls on through July the 5th. We want to thank you for spending time with us today and getting to know a little bit more about this EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival. And if you have any questions for us, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Let us know what your favorite dish was. Was there something that you saw that Gared got that you thought, I need to try that, or maybe stay away from it, given his track record and how much he did not like the east side of World Showcase? Or was there something you saw that I got that definitely strikes your fancy? Again, let us know in the comment section. We love to hear your perspective. And if you haven't done so already, give this video a big old thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. For Gared, Hassel, I'm Wade Heath for the Kingdom Report. We'll see you next time for an all-new Gared on the Go.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.